Hi, I'm Pearl Uberu, and in this video, I'll share with you how to use Databricks AI BI to democratize analytics and insights for anyone in your organization. Organizations know they must democratize data and AI to compete, but BI tools have become data silos, and adding LLMs often creates more problems. BI systems rely on data extracts, causing duplication, delays, and limiting analytics like real-time insights. They also have separate governance, introducing risks and breaking data lineage. And when LLMs are added to the BI layer, they're limited to curated BI data, often producing incomplete or inaccurate insights. This approach hinders innovation, making it critical to rethink how data and AI are integrated seamlessly. To truly democratize data, BI tools should be native to your data platform. This eliminates data silos, avoids extracts, and enables real-time analytics on all of your data. Native BI also unifies governance, ensuring seamless security, full data lineage, and no duplication of policies. And AI assistants in native BI tools are smarter. They understand your entire data estate and adapts to imperfect data and learns from feedback to deliver accurate, meaningful insights. So with Databricks AI BI, it's designed to democratize analytics for everyone in your organization. It's powered by data intelligence, so it understands your unique data and continuously learns to deliver accurate insights. AI BI includes dashboards for low-code, interactive visualizations, and Genie for conversational analytics, empowering users to self-serve insights. As a native part of the Databricks platform, AI BI provides instant, scalable insights with unified governance and security across your organization. To show you how to use Databricks AI BI, I'll take you into the life of a business user/consumer interacting with an AI BI dashboard and AI BI Genie. Then, I'll share with you how a data analyst created the AI BI dashboard and AI BI Genie for the business user to derive insights quickly and seamlessly. As a business user, I've just received an automated email alert from an AI BI dashboard. The email includes a snapshot of a dashboard metric that I regularly track, our employee retention rate. I immediately noticed that the retention rate has dropped below our target threshold. This is a potential red flag for employee attrition, and I need to understand what's happening before it becomes a bigger issue. Upon clicking the link, I'm taken to the published AI BI dashboard. Right away, I can see a variety of visualizations summarizing key workforce trends. Importantly, I only have access to the data relevant to my role, thanks to security measures like column level security and role level security as well. While the dataset contains employee addresses, these fields are masked to protect personally identifiable information. This ensures that even though I have broad visibility into workforce trends, I only see what I'm authorized to view. One of the first things I do is examine the employee retention rate. This visual confirms that the email alert indicated our projected retention rate is declining. To diagnose the issue, I start interacting with the dashboard, using various filters and cross-filtering capabilities to analyze the data in more depth. I drill down into different employee segments such as tenure groups, departments, and locations. But I still don't have a complete picture of why retention is falling. To dig deeper, I decide to leverage Genie, the AI-powered assistant embedded within my dashboard. I can click on the Chart Q&A option, selecting a specific visualization and asking a follow-up question. Genie processes the data and quickly provides an answer. I still need additional details beyond what's present in the dashboard. Let me go to the Genie space that was created with this dashboard to ask more questions. Let me ask, what is the gender breakdown across departments? Genie responds, giving me insights into possible disparities across our organization. It also includes a visualization so that I can better understand these insights that it's providing. However, not every response from Genie is perfect. When I ask, what is the retention rate by gender? Genie provides a response, but something seems off. The numbers don't align with what I expected. Our retention rate is split by gender in exactly half? I realize that this response might not be accurate. To ensure data quality, I give the response a thumbs down, providing feedback that the answer seems incorrect. I then use the request review option, which flags this issue for the Genie Space author. This ensures that any incorrect logic in Genie's response can be reviewed, refined, and corrected to improve its accuracy in the future. Now, I'd like to know, what is our overall flight risk rate this year? Genie doesn't seem to understand this term. This is a moment where AI learning comes into play. I clarify that flight risk rate refers to the number of employees leaving within a given period. Over time, Genie will retain this information, becoming smarter and more intuitive in responding to future questions. Now that Genie understands flight risk, I can ask a more strategic question. Given our flight risk rate, which state should we be hiring more employees? Again, Genie clarifies its approach. Then, it provides a well-structured response, and it even leverages a trusted asset to break down hiring needs by location. This insight is invaluable as it allows us to make data-driven workforce planning decisions confidently. So, I'll thumbs up this response so that Genie can reference it later when responding to other users. I didn't have to wait for a data analyst to provide me with reports or explanations, and I was able to navigate the dashboard, drill down into details, and ask Genie target follow-up questions in real time. But how did this come to be? Let's take a look at how the analyst put all of this together for me. Let's begin by searching for the necessary tables in Databricks. Instead of manually navigating through multiple schemas, tables, and other data and AI assets, we can leverage Databricks' search functionality to find the data we need using natural language. Clicking on the table brings us directly to the Catalog Explorer. The Catalog Explorer is used to explore and manage data, schemas, also known as databases, tables, models, functions, and other AI assets. Databricks provides AI-generated documentation by automatically generating descriptions of the table and its columns. This reduces the time analysts spend manually documenting metadata. By utilizing AI-generated documentation, your company can ensure that the datasets are well documented, easily understandable, and ready for analysis. Now, let's address data security and governance, which are crucial in any analytics workflow. Some tables contain personally identifiable information, or PII data, such as birth dates and addresses. To protect sensitive data, we can apply column-level security to mask these fields. Additionally, we implement row-level security to filter data dynamically based on user permissions. For example, if we want to show only employees from the Midwest region, we can configure a row filter that enforces this restriction. These security measures help organizations comply with privacy regulations while ensuring analysts access only the data relevant to their work. When working with multiple data sets, it's important to define relationships between tables. By using primary and foreign keys, we establish logical connections between data sets. In our scenario, the employee ID field is a primary key in the employee table, but what about the foreign keys? Where are those? To visualize these relationships, we use the ERD diagram, which provides a clear graphical representation of how these tables are linked. Furthermore, by examining the Lineage tab, we can trace the origin and the flow of data, ensuring that masked information remains protected throughout its life cycle. I just realized that there's actually an essential dataset that's missing from my analysis. Using the Add Data tab, I can quickly ingest a CSV file into Databricks right from my local desktop. Databricks supports seamless data ingestion via various connectors, allowing us to integrate data from cloud storage, Snowflake, or on-premise sources with minimal effort. With all required data now available, we can now apply permissioning. I'm granting all privileges on the catalog to the Analyst team so they can access and use the schema, tables, and any other future data and AI assets created for their analysis. Now, let's construct our AI BI dashboard, starting with this table. So far, I only have one dataset in this dashboard. So let's add more. You can add a dataset from a table, as I'm doing here. You can also add a dataset using SQL. To speed up query development, you can leverage the inline SQL assistant, which provides AI-powered suggestions for writing and documenting queries. Additionally, we define a calculated measure, such as pay increase percentage, to enhance our analysis. With calculated measures, you can perform calculations without having to modify your dataset query. Now, let's build some interactive visualizations. Using the AI assistant again, you can tell it exactly what we want to see in natural language, and it gives you exactly that. This makes creating visualizations so much easier and reduces the amount of time spent creating them as well. We can also add visualizations manually, of course. With just a few clicks, we have access to various chart types. We can add filters and parameters to allow users to dynamically explore the data as well. Off screen, I created another page to show you that Databricks also supports multi-page dashboarding to organize insights effortlessly and give users a seamless navigation experience. Once the dashboard is finalized, we can publish it. This creates a clean copy separate from the draft version that shows the latest insights. Make sure to embed credentials to allow others to view the dashboard using your credentials. You can also allow a Genie space to be automatically created when a dashboard is created. Now, let's share the dashboard. You can share dashboards as view only with individual users or groups. Dashboards can also be embedded into third-party applications and websites that support iframe, making it super easy to share insights across your organization. You can also configure schedule and subscription settings, allowing users to receive automatic reports at regular intervals. Let's shift our focus to AI BI Genie, an AI-powered assistant that allows us to interact with the data conversationally. When I publish my dashboard, I enabled the creation of a Genie space as well. This was to allow users to ask questions about the data beyond the dashboard's predefined charts. This created a Genie space that leveraged the datasets used in my dashboard. However, I have one more to add. Please know that Genie spaces can also be created separate from dashboards as needed and can be leveraged outside of Databricks workspaces using the Genie API. When we built the Genie space from the dashboard, we also pre-populated the space with relevant SQL queries and instructions. We can add even more so that Genie can learn from instructions, example SQL queries, and SQL functions. This teaches Genie to provide more accurate answers in the future based on your unique jargon, logic, or business concepts. To maintain the accuracy of AI-generated responses, we can head to the Genie Monitoring tab. This is where we will review historical queries and then adjust instructions as needed. We can see that quite a few of the same questions are poorly rated, and some users are even requesting that I review Genie's responses. Let's run benchmarks for these questions to verify the accuracy of Genie's responses. Some of the commonly asked questions are, what is our total employee turnover for this year? And how many employees have left the company? We can put the SQL statement that accurately answers the benchmarks question. We'll run the benchmark, and as each question is being evaluated, it will receive an assessment label. Each question is either marked as good or needs review. As you can see here, this question was marked good because Genie's query result on the left exactly matches the benchmark's query result on the right. This question was marked as needs review because Genie's query result on the left doesn't match the benchmark SQL answer on the right. We can mark this question as bad and then update the instructions and/or example SQL queries. Now that I've updated Genie Space's instructions, I can now rerun my benchmark questions to see if the overall accuracy of Genie's responses has increased. The assessment is now complete, and I can now see that benchmark questions have been evaluated at 100% accuracy this time. I can track my Genie space accuracy over time here. And I can continue to add more benchmark questions as more common questions from my business users arise. Now that we've verified accuracy of our space, we can confidently share the Genie space with business users, enabling them to explore data without needing SQL expertise. Specific users and groups in your workspace can view Genie via email or by a URL link to the Genie space. And they can have manage, edit, or view permissions. As you can see, AI and BI together makes data smarter and more actionable and more accessible than ever before. Now, it's your turn to give Databricks AI BI a try.